You know, a kid took a leak there before you came, right?
Hey, can you guess what this store is?
I'm gonna guess IKEA. They make stuff like this.
They don't actually make this. You actually sit on it when you're in their computer section. Apple. Yes, Apple Store.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain what's going on over here because I see a lot of stains on this seat.
So there's a post on Reddit. A guy took a picture of this. This is one of those balls you see in the kids section when you want to play in the Apple Store on their Mac or whatever. There was a disgusting, you can see disgusting stain of piss right there.
Bro, this goes beyond disgusting. Just look at that black spot over there. This brown dark spot.
Yes, it's very disgusting. Also, an Apple employee supposedly on Reddit said, if they dislike you, they'll tell you to sit on one of these balls. So if Apple employee tells you to sit on one of these balls, do not do it. Get the hell out of there.
Okay, now Apple's been spreading some disgusting stuff around. Let's move on to their competitors. Okay.
Samsung.
So what we got over here is a screenshot of the specifications of the the Samsung Galaxy S4. So we're nearing to its announcement date, and these are the specs. So you got a Exynos, if I'm saying it right, 1.8 gigahertz processor. Okay, it has an 8-core processor, so it's gonna be.
Come on, 4 plus 4. You don't know 4 plus 4?
What are you trying to say, man? Okay, and then you have very strong. It's gonna be a 4.2 operating system. It's gonna be phenomenal.
Up to date.
Now it's gonna be good. And obviously, as you can see over here, it's gonna have LTE, so don't worry about that. You're not gonna be suffering what the Nexus 4 users like me are suffering from. So yeah, display. It has a 920 by 1080 display, so you're gonna have crisp pictures. And it's gonna come with 2 gigabytes of memory, which is, as we've seen, Nexus 4, and it's gonna come in 2 flavors: the 16 gigabyte variant and the 32 gigabyte variant. And also all the mumbo jumbo like the Bluetooth 4.0 and supported in all Wi-Fi. And
of course, Wi-Fi.
You have to get. You have to get all these things.
We need
yeah.
the Wi-Fi.
And then now, so here's the benchmarking. So this is comparing. As you can see, I'll just go from top to bottom. The Galaxy S4 is like completely destroying the competition. It's just like it's rubbing. It's like it's leaving everything in the dust. As you can see, this is the top. It murks everything else. Then you have the LG Optimus under it, and then the LG Nexus 4, and then the Galaxy Note 2. Okay, so let's just move on. Now, one thing that we're going to be talking about is the Facebook's new Open Graph and the redesigning of its interface for users. So what you can see over here is actually we have access to Facebook's new interface and the Open Graph, and to be honest, it's a little bit different, but I feel that like the center of the display is actually quite empty previously,
yes,
but now
right here
they pushed all the notifications to the right. To be honest, it doesn't look as generic as it did before. I liked it because it looked generic. It wasn't too pushy. It wasn't too mobile. It wasn't too that's one thing that I really.
So
don't
what should
like
we search
about it.
right here? JustCast pictures.
Yeah, search pictures of JustCast. So now its search engine is actually a lot more stronger. And it'll actually help you get.
It's actually useful. It's actually useful. Finally,
it's actually easier for creeps to find out things that you have on your profile now. So it organizes the photos, as you can see over here, in tile format. So yeah, this is how it looks like. Now how they redesigned this now. Photos are actually going to be bigger. Now if you move on to the second tab right over there. So this is how they want it to be. They want to have less clutter and less extra things. So as you can see over here, in the mobile section, or if you use Facebook on your phone, when you click a picture, you get the picture, and then the text comes on top of the picture. So
you know this reminds me of
over here, text picture.
You know this reminds me of like the Windows. So Windows, they always want to have the maximize your space. All these windows. It looks like Facebook's following the same theme right here.
To be honest, everybody's following all these styles and like everybody's following all this box and metro style and everything.
I think it's more for
Like-
mobile because everyone's going mobile these days. No one's on the computer or laptop. Well, they are, but everyone's on their phones. So, what's easier than tiles, right?
Yeah, and everything's more.
It looks better. It does.
It looks. The design looks more fluid. It looks nice. Just I'm not too sure if they. If I'm just not too. Let's just leave it. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
And next, Motorola. So of course Google, if you heard about it, Google bought Motorola in the past year for 12.
How have they been doing?
They're doing not good. So Google bought Motorola for 12 billion, mostly for their patents. And right now, Google just cut another 10% of the workforce at Motorola.
So you said just cut. So what did they cut before?
I think it was another 10 to 20% in that range. But it was a lot of workers, so like in the thousands range. Thousands of people lost their jobs, unfortunately. And Google right now, of course, if you read our JustCast article, they're making a Google X phone. So it's better than Nexus 4, of course.
Oh yeah,
and it's gonna actually be a Google actually made this phone. It's not gonna be outsourced to like Samsung.
It's gonna be from Motorola, and it's allegedly gonna be a beast phone, a very strong phone, very fast.
We hope.
So yeah, just
moving on to gaming now. If you didn't hear already,
SimCity.
So SimCity just released in the Tuesday. Oh, it's already Friday. Wow.
Time flies.
So it released with horrible server issues. As you can here see, unable to load the seed at this time. Please try again. Waiting time says 30 minutes. You gotta wait hours. Horrible experience.
Unable to load the seed.
People asking for refunds. Basically, SimCity has DRM.
How long has this been going on for? Like, how long has this alert been going on for?
Well, whenever you can't connect to the server, it tells you this dumb message and then press OK. Basically, you can't play the game unless you're on a server. So you can't play single player, multiplayer. You can't play,
it's all online.
Player.
Everything's online.
Everything's online. This is the problem. Gaming is moving to this direction, which shouldn't be. Like something like Steam.
And if you are going to move in the direction, please have the ability to maintain your servers. Like, are you serious?
Cheapskates. I thought they wouldn't be cheapskates.
Yeah, cheapskates. But like, are you serious? You make a game and you pop the CD in or whatever. You want to play a game, but you can't even access the game because everything is online. Are you serious?
It's troubling.
For the people who buy
any game developers
now.
out there, don't make DRM. Steam DRM is like max. It should be max. Other than that, PS4. So as you can see, there's a PS4 controller redesigned. As we talked about, this is where the mic sound comes from. Mic out, where you put your mic plug in. New analogs, concave out instead of in, so your thumbs won't slide
more
off.
Grip, so like longer gameplay, you know?
You can even tell the grip right here.
Yeah, they're adding some extra stuff over here. And as you noticed before, the controllers, they used to actually end right about over here before they pushed the button down. So you would actually have the analog where the analog sits would actually be pushing out. I don't know if you felt that or if you actually took the time to notice it. I noticed those kind of weird things.
So moving along
but
from
now
the
it's
controller,
actually straight at the bottom, so it's probably gonna feel a little different.
Move away from the controller now. So there's rumor what's gonna come in the PS4. So when you buy it, supposedly for $450, what do you get with it? So supposedly, of course, you get the controller, the PS4, a headset, the PSI.
Are you serious? PSI? Everything's gonna come in that.
Yes, everything, and I think maybe PS Plus. And speaking of PS Plus is gonna include PS4 games now, and they just added PS Vita. So when PS4 launches,
is gonna be
$50 still a year, and that's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna come in the box, so everything.
Yes.
Well, I doubt they're gonna give a person a deal on the day that it comes out. Like what?
Of course,
maybe
a couple of months,
No, not even a couple of months. They're probably gonna try to milk it.
You know,
they're gonna try to milk
recently,
it, and then recently they're gonna try to start out giving out things.
Recently, they just released. They're about to release The Cave, which just came out 1 month ago. It's a new game that's about to come out for PS Plus. So that's one example of a new game that's gonna come out for PS Plus. So now PS3 games, PSN games, PS Vita games, and PS4 games for $50 a year.
Okay, so you see, that's to be honest, that's a deal.
that's more than a deal.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Nothing to say. Just if you have PlayStation, buy it.
$50, free games. Nothing to say.
And that concludes this week in review.
So we talked about Apple's big ball of piss that they keep in store for
you customers.
Yeah, the customers that don't know about this. So watch out for that. You don't want to be sitting on that. So please
make sure you click the like button and make a subscribe too.